He's a good friend of mine. I love him. He looks a lot like Jim Carrey. Everyone give it up for Brad Rickert.
All right, how we doing? Okay. All right. Okay. Did you guys watch the Oscars? Yeah, and I boycotted him this year, and there's one reason. I love Adam Sandler, and he got snubbed. He totally got snubbed. Did you guys see Uncut Gems? No, that was, oh my God. Yeah, that's my shit. And I was pissed off. And that was actually the first movie I had seen in theaters in 4 years. Before that, the movie I'd seen before that, and I decided I'm never going again, was Ghostbusters. Did you guys see the Ghostbusters remake about like 4 or 5 years ago? No, it was okay. Here, they redid the movie. And then they recast all the main roles as female. And a lot of people were like, don't go see it. It's going to ruin your childhood. I was like, I don't think so. I love Kate McKinnon, Leslie Jones, Kristen Wiig. They're hilarious. I'm going to go see it. And I went, optimism intact, and unfortunately, the new Ghostbusters did ruin my childhood. And it did. And it wasn't because all the cast members were female, but I saw my dad there with his other family. Which is unfortunate. Damn. I got a fucked up sense of humor. I grew up in a trailer park in Gary, Indiana in the 1990s. So that explains this. I'm white trash. Anybody else white trash? We got some white trash in the crowd? No? Okay, all right, you bougie motherfuckers. A lot of people ask me, they're like, what's it like growing up in a trailer park in the 90s? And I gotta say, it's a lot like growing up in the 80s. You just get things later. I had off-brand everything my whole life. Someone asked me the other day, they said, if you were a flavor of Gatorade, what flavor would you be? And unfortunately, I had to say Powerade. Sucks. Yep, I'm white trash. I was breastfed RC Cola until I was 6. It's a fun fact about me. There's only one white trash thing that I think I've really held on to all these years, and it's that I love scratch-off lottery tickets. I love them. It's like 2 minutes of hope. It's beautiful. Every time I go to the grocery store, I spend my last few dollars on it. And I had this ex-girlfriend that really hated it. She really disliked it. It was like her biggest pet peeve about me. And I asked her, I said, why do you care so much? It's only like $3 or $4. And she said, well, my dad was a gambling addict, and he used to buy a bunch of those when I was younger, and it just brings me back to like this bad place. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. And I guess that was just one of her pet peeves about me, and we weren't supposed to be together. One of my pet peeves about her was that she was addicted to heroin. But I mean, that's good money, rich girls, right? That's cool. I've always dated up. I'm a career dater-upper. It's what I do. I pull outside of my zone, and usually rich girls, smart girls, I don't discriminate. And I realized what it is. I think that these girls that are above me in every way, usually, they like me because I'm edgy and non-successful enough to piss off their dad, but boring and white enough to remind them of their dad. I'm like right in that Venn diagram. People like that. I did have a weird childhood, and like I said, I'm bad at technology. I'm very bad at it. I didn't get things till later. I still have a cricket phone, chirp. And the thing I hate the most is passwords. I can't remember my passwords. I have a note in my phone for all my passwords. I was filling one out the other day, and they said, create a password that you'll never forget. So I put in, that time my uncle got me in the tool shed. They said, no, you need a number with it. So I put in, that time my uncle got me in the tool shed when I was 7. They said, no, you need a special character, but he was wearing an eye patch, so it counted. Kind of like a Mad TV character. Anyway, I do have a girlfriend now. We've been dating for a while. It's great. She's a nurse, which is very cool because she's like caring, empathetic, knows how to treat my concussions, all very good. But there is one negative to dating a nurse, and that's every day when she comes home from work. I know that on average, just average, right? She's seen 3 dicks bigger than mine that day. That's the job description, which is, it's 2.7, but we round up. And it's really tough on my ego, like as a guy. It's just like, man, it's so hard. And I think the worst part is she's a pediatric nurse. I don't know what these kids are eating in their McNuggets, but their dicks are large. Okay, GM, okie dokie then. Okay, dumb. we get hit on in public as like a couple a lot. We're out drinking. Everyone's trying. I don't know what it is in 2020. Everyone's fucking in odd numbers, 1, 3, 7, whatever it is, you know. And I don't think I could ever be in an orgy, you know, like especially with someone I know, like friends or whatever, because like, you know, like good friends are so hard to come by. C-U-M. Okay, you'll get it tomorrow. It's fine. It's fucking fine. I'm a pervert and a weirdo because my dad's a pastor of a church. I'm repressed. That's a real fact. My dad's he's a man of God. And a lot of people ask me, they're like, well, you guys probably don't get along very much and stuff. And I'm like, well, we do a little bit. Like, we find like common ground, you know, like we sure have different beliefs, but you got to find the things you have in common. Like we both hold microphones and make up bullshit and tell it to people. You don't know the denomination, get over it. Anyway, yeah, he did me dirty though. My name is Brad, which is like the douchiest name of all time, I'm aware. I did the research on it. Brad in Greek means guy in salmon shorts who doesn't make his girlfriend come. But that's not even my first name. I don't go by my first name. My first name's Christian Bradley Rickert. And I asked my dad, I said, why would you name me Christian? Why would you name me after a religion? And he said, oh, I didn't. I named you after my favorite book character from my favorite novel. I was like, okay, I guess that's like, you know, Pilgrim's Progress. That was some weird old English Harry Potter bullshit. I don't fucking know. I was like, but that's like a thing I could carry on with my family. I think I could name my firstborn after my favorite book character, which is why I'm going to name them Captain Underpants Rickert. Pretty good, millennials. Dumb AF. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm a douchebag. My favorite band is my favorite movie. It's Creed. My second favorite band is my favorite drink, Everclear. I don't know what the fuck you guys like. Oh yeah, you guys are a Republican crowd. No, okay. Well, here's you guys may be Christian. Well, here's a nice Christian happy show, Undercover Boss. You ever seen that shit? It's CBS, part of the Republican. Yeah, anyway. And I love Undercover Boss, but I realized that Jesus Christ was the original Undercover Boss. Think about it, right? He came down, and he was like checking on his employees, making sure everyone's doing their thing, and they all failed. They stole that from the Lord. I was I don't know why they didn't understand like that he was in a disguise. It was like 2,000 years ago. It was the Middle East. He was white. I just don't get it. Okay, I'm gonna do a few impressions for you. Then I'm gonna roll bounce like Bow Wow. This is my impression of. Okay, I'll do Robert De Niro sucking balloon helium. Well, you guys get it. His voice is different. This is Aziz Ansari burning his tongue on a pizza roll. Oh, my fucking God is waiting fucking hot. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do. This one's dumber than that. I'll do Steve Buscemi bird watching. Ooh, it's a bird. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do one more, and then I'll give the show back to Matt. Okay. This one's hard on my voice. This is my impression of George W. Bush in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina. All right, y'all, have a good night. Okay. Come on the scene.